Hi boys and girls, today we're going to take some notes about capitalization. Yesterday you learned a little bit about this during grammar time with your asynchronous learning, and today we're going to take some notes, so make sure you have your language arts notebook out and ready. If you need to pause this video and write these things down first, and then we'll talk about it in just a minute after you're done. So I want you to pause the video and write down what I already have written here, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so your title is capitalization. Here we said that a capital letter is used to show that a noun is proper. So anytime there's a proper noun, it's always going to be capitalized. Okay, and this right here, the word mince, kind of like the mint that you eat, this is what we call an acronym, kind of like fanboys, that each one of these letters stands for something that is going to help us to remember some of the rules for capitalization. So that's why we wrote here, mince will help you remember the rules for capitalization. So like I said, each one of these letters stands for something that is going to help us to remember. So we're going to start with the M, okay? And the M is for months and days. So whenever there is the name of a month or the name of a day in a sentence, it's always going to be capitalized. For example, my birthday is in June. And you can see the word June is going to be capitalized because it's a proper noun and it's the name of a month. Okay. Another example, my favorite day is Friday. Okay, there again, Friday will be capitalized because it's the name of a day. So M, months and days, always capitalized. Okay. The next letter in our acronym, I, stands for the pronoun I. Okay, so whenever you use the word I in a sentence, it's always going to be capitalized. Okay. So, for example, when I went to the store, I bought some ice cream. Okay, so as you can see, the word I is used twice in the sentence, and they're both in the middle of the sentence, but they're going to be capitalized. So anytime you use the word I in a sentence, it's always going to be capitalized. Okay, the next letter, N, that is going to stand for names. And that could mean names of people, titles, holidays, places, countries, nationalities. Okay, so people, titles, holidays, places, countries, and nationalities, those are always going to be capitalized too. And the N can help us remember that. So for example, we went to Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Okay, so Disneyland is going to be capitalized because that's the actual name of the place. Anaheim will be capitalized because it's the name of a city, and California will be capitalized because it's the name of the state. If we had said we went to a theme park in Anaheim, California, theme park would not be capitalized because that is not a proper noun. But because we named the name, Disneyland, that needs to be capitalized. Just as if you said we went to the zoo, zoo would not be capitalized, but if you said we went to the San Diego Zoo, then definitely San Diego and zoo would all need to be capitalized. Okay, so The next letter in our acronym is the T. Okay, and the T is going to stand for titles. Okay, and that could mean titles of books, magazines, songs, movies. And also I'm going to add in titles of people. For example, president would not need to be capitalized, but if you had a sentence that included the words President Lincoln, then that is a title, that is his title and his name, which is a proper noun, so President and Lincoln would both be capitalized. Okay, so here is an example. My friend Sophia told me that Harry Potter is a good book. Okay, so here there's a couple of different words in here that need to be capitalized. If we're looking at all of the rules, and names, Sophia would need to be capitalized, right? And then titles of books also are capitalized. Okay, so that's just an example there. All right. And the last letter that we're going to use to help us to remember when to capitalize and when not to capitalize is the letter S. And S would stand for start of a sentence. Okay, and that's pretty clear. Anytime you are writing a sentence, the beginning letter of any sentence in the whole wide world is going to be capitalized. Okay, so here is your example. The rules for capitalization are easy to, are easy to remember when using mints. Okay, so this letter at the beginning, the, not a proper noun, but it's the start of a sentence. So anytime the start of a sentence, anytime you're writing a sentence, the beginning word definitely needs to be capitalized. Okay, so M stands for months and days. I stands for the pronoun I. Names, N stands for names of all of these things. People, titles, holidays, places, countries, and nationalities. T also stands for titles. That could be books, magazines, songs, movies, and even titles of people. Okay, and S, the start of a sentence. So when you think of the word mints, that will always help you to remember when and how to capitalize when you're writing.